and hey, that was easy. Even rain, wind, and lightning can't slow this guy down. His closest competition, Ryan Dungey, helped make it easy when he put it on the ground while holding a big lead in Moto 2. While Villopoto continues crushing his competition, the frustration builds for everyone else. With 4 races left in the AMA Toyota Motocross Lites Championship, the three-peat seems inevitable. Washougal's the next stop on the championship run. It's now on speed. It's the AMA Toyota Motocross Championship presented by FMF, the motorsport.com national at Washougal Motocross Park. It's round 9 of the 2008 championship. Hi everybody, Ralph Shaheen alongside multi-time national champion Jeff Emig and Aaron Banks joining us as well. The fans pumped up and ready for racing in Washougal.
It is a beautiful day here, nice and cool in the low 70s, so attrition and fitness might not be the key, just all-out speed is what is going to win the race today.
And that's what the number 1 of Ryan Villopoto has had all season. Ryan Dungey here on his 28 Suzuki. He's tried to run with him, so has Brett Metcalfe on the 123, and maybe one of those two could upset him today.
Well, Metcalfe definitely has some speed. We take a look at him getting a little sip of water here. Look at the points as of now.
8 rounds in the books, and you can see Villopoto has a very, very healthy lead. The riders are in the gate. Let's check in with Aaron Bass for Progressive Pre-Race Report.
The number 20 of Josh Grant injured his ankle during the second moto at Budds Creek. Since then, the twist in his ankle has left it pretty much irreparable at this point. Still in a lot of pain. In fact, he hasn't been able to ride at all during the week before Unadilla or before this weekend. So basically, the only day that he has to prepare is practice day and race day itself. He did qualify first gate pick of the day, the fastest time of the day. He said he's not sure what it is about Washougal, but he's hoping that the adrenaline rush is going to push him through it.
Well, he's going to have to battle through that injury, Jeff, and here's a look at Grant on that number 20. He's been pretty quick. Yeah. That injury can really hold him back today.
Yeah, no doubt. He's going to have to keep it safe, try not to twist anything, not dab his foot, just keep it on 2 wheels, a good strong ride.
Well, you need everything you can get when you got to go chase a guy like Villopoto as well.
No doubt, when a rider is on a win streak like he has been, you have to get the start and you have to go really fast.
The Honda race format, same as always, 40 riders in the gate, 2 motos, 30 minutes and 2 laps each. Top 20 riders scoring points, and it's that combination of your performance in the 2 motos that decides the overall. Our Suzuki starting grid, as we said, based on how they went in the practice qualifying session, and Josh Grant, the number 1, was best, but Jake Moss right up there.
Jake Moss really showing some speed. You see Metcalfe trying to nurse some injuries just outside of the top 10.
And Martin Davalos has been very good at the last round. Didn't qualify so well. He's in the top 20, but not as fast as we thought he might be here.
Yeah, and Ryan Morris picking a final spot, 40th gate pick, way on the outside.
All right, here's the 30-second board getting set to go. Moto number 1 from Washougal. One rider down. The rest of the pack storming off. That's Dungey on that Rockstar Makita Suzuki, number 28, sitting in second, and Grant got the whole shot, so he's feeling it here.
Josh Grant is on fire. He is pumped up from that fastest qualifying position at first gate pick, definitely making it pay off. You can see just how beautiful the scenery is here in Washougal, Washington, just outside of Portland, Oregon. Josh Grant and Dungey is on the gas, but where is number 1? He just goes by 5th or 6th place. Classic track here at Washougal. Configuration has been pretty much the same for almost 3 decades. Couple of changes this year. This is a new section here, but it is so exciting. I can tell you, my very first motocross national ever was here at Washougal. I got the whole shot in the first moto. I know exactly what Josh Grant is feeling now. The track is just in primo condition. We had a little bit of rain early this morning, but as you can see, the track is just awesome right now.
Speaking of awesome, here comes a guy who's been awesome all year, Ryan Villopoto. And he's working his way past Martin Davalos, who didn't get a very good qualifying effort in, but had a great start apparently. He's up to 4th on the KTM, now to 5th, as Villopoto slides around him.
Here you come into the whoop section, heading up to the finish. This section has not changed. You know, the whoops are different, but it's always, this whole section here, you can see how the track is just dug into the ground. A lot of the topsoil is gone. Very hard surface here, very slippery. Tire choice is key, but all of this section here has stayed the same for years and years.
And here's a look at the start.
Whoa, and Josh Grant takes it way wide and gets into, I think that was 577 there that he got into. That was close. He almost took himself out, along with, well, if he had gone down, he would have taken the whole pack with him.
Well, Villopoto has worked his way up to 3rd. Grant continues to lead. Dungey runs in 2nd. And you saw a quick glimpse of Brock Tickle, who's now in 4th. A great opening run for Brock.
Definitely. Up the uphill, back out of sight from the spectators, except the ones that want to venture out back here. Make their way through the trees.
One of the more scenic stops on the tour, without question.
I tell you, this is a beautiful facility. I really enjoyed racing here. Classic downhill jump here into this double S turns.
Well, you talked about Grant and his injury, and boy, nothing like getting out front and running well as a cure-all for any type of injury.
Yeah, there's no doubt a whole shot can fix a lot of things. One thing that the whole shot does for you here is it keeps you out of the roost. And I know you always hear me talk about that, but the dirt here is hard. And the roost, when it hits you, going up the uphill and in those sections where it's really fast, you just can't get out of the roost, I'm telling you, you go home with quite a bit of bruises on your arm.
Well, he's got a bruised up ankle, but he's leading right now. Josh Grant leads here 1-1. Coverage of the AMA Toyota Motocross Championship from Washougal, Washington is brought to you by Suzuki, maker of performance Toyota Tundra, the truck that's changing it all. High-speed racing demands even faster news. That's what you get on the motorcycle racing section of SpeedTV.com. You'll get the most up-to-date news, results, and in-depth commentary on the web. Go now to SpeedTV.com, your online motorsports authority. Back to the racing action here at Washougal. Josh Grant continues to lead over Ryan Dungey and Ryan Villopoto. Geico Power Sports Honda out front.
That's the thing about Josh Grant. He can really ride fast. There's some riders that are strong, and that's how they get it together. The fitness is there. Josh Grant really is a total package, and he is a hot commodity this year. There is a lot of teams looking to sign him to ride a big bike next year, and that's because the guy can go fast. And we're looking at the best racers in the world, but when you really talk about who's the riders that they can challenge for that fastest lap time, not every rider can do that.
No, and we've seen Grant, when he can really put it together, he can be very tough to beat.
He has battled through some injuries. I'd just like to see him get a little more focused, a little more driven, and just really knuckle down here. And I think that he'll be a championship contender.
Look at this, Villopoto around Dungey and up to 2nd. I thought it would be a little tougher for him to get around Dungey.
Well, seemed like a little local knowledge Ryan Villopoto's using. He's from Hillsboro, Washington. Not quite sure where that's at, but
it's in the right state, though.
We're in the right state, but that could be a long ways from here. I believe that's just across from Seattle. So, but Villopoto, I'm sure he's
a lot of laps here.
Yeah, hundreds of laps. But this whole section here, the whole tree section, they switched that up this year. This is new, really exciting section. You've seen some jumps, some downhill, but this roller here, you come over here, make this right, and you can see the fans on each side as you just come through and you skim these whoops and you're actually upshifting as you go through and you drop off into that single. Like I said, that's been there for a long time, and if you get a good drive coming out of that right-hander.
Oh, look at this. Boy, Villopoto right on him, Jeff. Boy, and then a bit of a bobble there. That allows Grant to fend off that advance for now. And you see the wider line that Dungey took through that corner?
There is so many different lines here. If you can ride the walls or you get to the insides, and you can see Grant's high, Villopoto's low, they're squaring it up.
The cameras are getting roosted now. Here he comes, looking up the inside. I can't get him there, but he's all over.
Well, and that's the thing about the track here at Washougal and racing here, like I said about the roost, is it forces the rider behind to zig and zag to stay out of that roost. Now, here's the drag race. Is this where Villopoto's going to set him up, try to scrub this here, and now just a drag race up the hill. The fans are going absolutely crazy for the local boy.
Well, he got a good run off that corner, but you know what? So did Grant. And while these two are battling, Dungey is hanging right with him. So it's really a good three-way fight for the lead here in Moto 1. And these guys got to come back and do it all over again in Moto 2. Dungey didn't get through that corner very well, did he? He lost some time there.
He lost a little time. Off the peristyle, Villopoto looked to the inside, but Dungey shut the door. Excuse me, Grant.
Grant seems to be doing a really good job of not worrying what's going on behind him. He seems very focused on what's in front of him.
Well, and that's going to be the key for Josh Grant to win this moto, is to keep pressing for that fast lap time, but not worry about what's behind him, and just focus on the lap time. Hit your corners and everything, absolutely perfect. Keep your momentum. But Villopoto, he is on the gas now. He really wants to get past Grant here, get out of that roost.
Well, that is such a hard thing to do, too. Especially when you know you... Oh, there it is. He's got him now. You can hear the crowd in the background. And you know Grant had seen that green fender, and he'd seen the sign from his mechanic when he went past. He knew who was there.
Look at the three-way battle we have. The fans are going nuts here.
Let's see what the native out of Minnesota can do now. Dungey, I wonder if giving up the lead is going to make Grant suddenly realize his ankle still hurts. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes you know, all of a sudden you lose some of that adrenaline.
Well, this is contract year for Josh Grant, so he needs to give it everything he has. Show exactly what he's got. Uh-oh, rider down.
Yep, that's Matt LeMoyne on the number 52 Yamaha. And he is up and is able to push the bike off. Meanwhile, the battle for second continues to heat up as Dungey really starts to push on Grant. And who are we not seeing anymore? Ryan Villopoto. He is a break away from these guys.
Wow, you can see Dungey really working and tried to get to the inside. Now he's back to the left. He may have it. He's got some momentum.
He's got him right there. Nice move by Dungey. Takes over second. And now he's got to try to reel Villopoto back in, who is opening up a pretty good gap.
What determination by Ryan Dungey.
Grant's not done though, is he? He's really still hanging there with him. So Villopoto finally finds himself in the lead here in Moto number 1 at Washougal.
Please, driver, keep it on the
Washougal, Washington, the AMA Toyota Motocross Lites in action here today. Martin Davalos qualified up in the top 20, but at the back end of it, and he's racing well up inside the top 10 here today. Brett Metcalfe racing right there with him. They're battling over 6th position. Give that position right now to Dungey. Metcalfe, or actually I should say, Metcalfe has that position with Davalos trying to take it away from him. That's Martin on the 577 KTM.
Davalos just a bit off the pace from where he was a month ago, where he scored his first podium in motocross competition, put together some great starts, ended up with some great finishes because of it. And I think that he's one of those riders that's in this group here that is probably not going to win the moto. Villopoto really seems to be the fastest guy. He seems to be the strongest. But if he gets good track position at the beginning of the moto, he can be right in there for a podium. Same thing here as we take a look at Nico Izzi and Trey Canard, I believe that is.
A couple of the young rookies on the way up through the field. Weimer?
Or Weimer, excuse me, yeah. Those Geico Power Sports guys are all over the place. I'm telling you, they peppered the top 10 here in the Lights competition. Just that Factory Connection Honda team, those guys put together one of the best and one of the most successful support teams that I've ever seen.
Yeah, if they can hang on to some of these guys too, moving up through the ranks, well, they're going to be strong.
Yeah, there's no doubt that early in this support team era, Mitch Payton's Pro Circuit team became the benchmark, and the guys at Geico Power Sports, Factory Connection Honda, they have year after year put together great sponsorships, been able to get just tremendous talent run through their system, and it's not easy. You know, I've been a team owner before. I know how hard it is to run the whole program, deal with everybody's problem. Oh, Izzi.
Apparently he is.
Yeah, and so they put together a great effort. Jake Weimer, one of their rising stars, no doubt.
Yeah, Trey Canard, Jake Weimer, and Josh Grant all running in there.
Yeah, and same team that has hosted some 450 riders. Kevin Wyndham, second in the Supercross Championship this year. Mike LaRocca was with them for years, so it's a great effort. It takes a lot of work to be at this level.
Yes, it does. And we're going to take a quick break while Ryan Villopoto continues to lead.
You've seen the race. Now find out what really happened on the only show where the drivers tell the story of how it went.
That green Kawasaki, the Monster Energy machine, with the red #1 because he's the reigning national champ. Trying to do something, Jeff, that he's never been able to do in motocross lights competition. If he can win Moto #1, he'll be halfway to accomplishing that goal.
Yeah, if he could win here at Washougal, which is his home race, it'll be the first time that he wins the overall here. It's just amazing with the success that he's had on the rest of the circuit that this is the one track that has eluded him for the overall. Brock Tickles down. This is that tight right-hander, that left-right S-turns. Looks like he just dumped it over, can't get the bike started. But I'm telling you, there's another Monster Pro Circuit rider. You gotta wonder if they're actually throwing a little bit of that Monster Energy in the gas tanks, the way these bikes and the way Villopoto's been riding, you know? Because he has been virtually unstoppable. One little hiccup in that first moto of the season, but since then, he has been just dominant.
Yeah, he's really been just incredibly strong as we're here on our final lap. This is a Villopoto we expected to see, and he's been showing it to us the majority of the outdoor season. The checkered flag falls. Ryan Villopoto wins Moto #1. And that, I'm sure, is very much a huge relief for him, but not until he gets Moto 2 taken care of as well and can finally win here the overall at Washougal. And how about Ryan Sipes on the 57, putting in a great run, try and hold on to 4th here in Moto #1.
And as Villopoto's already across the line, you can see these riders are good 10 seconds here from the finish, so you can see just how big a lead he had over 4th and 5th here, but these riders are not finished. Metcalfe wants to get past Sipes here. He's only got one turn left to go and then a drag race through the woods.
And here they come, grabbing a handful of throttle, and it looks like the MDK KTM of Sipes on the 57 is going to get 4th, just in front of the Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki of Brett Metcalfe.
Little high five from the boys there. Good strong ride.
Here's our Toyota Trucks unofficial results out of Moto #1. Jake Weimer, Nico Izzi, Martin Davalos, Bobby Canary all in the top 10.
Sean Borkenhagen, the 187 on the Honda, grabbing the final point.
Well, Josh Grant managed to pull the whole shot. Some complications with your bike again. Josh, this is a couple of times this has happened right at the start line. What is it that's taking place with your bike?
You know, the Geico Power Sports Honda team has been doing, like really hard work trying to get this thing get started on the line. It's just warms up after the parade lap, and it's just tough to start. So, we're working on it, but, they hold the gate for me, so that's all that matters. So, I went out and got a whole shot, felt good, and set a good pace with Ryan and other Ryan. So, yeah, it was good.
You had led a couple of laps up there, and then all of a sudden you pointed down to your right ankle. How is your ankle feeling? Is it 100% healthy yet?
Oh, it's not even close. No, I've been dabbing it in the corners and just trying to stay off it every week just so I can race on the weekend, and it's just something that I gotta, fight through for the rest of the year and just hope for the best.
Face it, you've got a passion for motorcycle racing. Fuel your passion on the go with news and results from Speed Green Alerts. Text KX to 773333 on your mobile phone to receive free motorcycle racing text alerts. Speed Green Alerts presented by Kawasaki. Here's Aaron with Ryan Dungey.
Well, Ryan Dungey seems to be finding speed on Ryan Villopoto each and every weekend. Ryan, you started out with him up at the front. Tell us through how the pass happened, and do you have any extra game for him for the second moto?
Yeah, definitely. I think I have the game today. I got to take advantage of that, and feeling great. Each week, like you said, getting closer and closer, but just hung behind Grant too long, and Ryan got around me, then Grant, and I was stuck behind Grant. So definitely got everything, got enough fuel in the tank. Everything's great, and just pumped to be here and ready for the second moto.
Well, that second moto is coming up quick, but first we got to talk to the man who won Moto 1. Here's Aaron with Ryan Villopoto.
When the pressure is on at the local track, he definitely knows how to turn it up. Ryan, this track has jumped up and bit you before. Why is this track so deceiving?
I don't know. Maybe it's just that it's my home track, and past few years I haven't had the greatest luck here. So I'd like to leave the lights class with try to do a 1-1 today.
Well, that 1-1. He's going to be shooting for that when we come back. Moto 2 is up next here on Speed.
I was standing in 8,000 gallons of gasoline.
Well, there's some Women's Motocross Association action here in Washougal as well. Round 4 of their championship year.
Well, it's been just a tremendous year. Battles between Patterson, Violet, Geiger, Whitmore, and a whole host of young ladies out there racing hard.
There's Jessica Patterson right there on the number 1, out front and winning. She takes the overall with a 2-1. Ashley Violet finishes second and still leads the points, as you can see, in a pretty good battle as they've got 2 more rounds to go this year. Now it's time for us to get ready for Moto number 2 for the Motocross Lites. Take a look at the beautiful scenery, and we head down to Aaron Bates.
Well, it's the last and final attempt that Ryan Villopoto has to take an overall win here in the Lights class at his local track in front of all of his family and friends. Over 40 tickets were given to family and friend members, and the pressure is on in a really big way. He crashed a couple of times during practice yesterday and again today, but he's got them out of the way, and he has made it his own personal goal to take a win here before he leaves the Lights class. He said he's already halfway there, winning the first moto, and it is his goal because he owes this track one.
Well, Jeff, hole shots could be a big part of this.
This is going to be the key. Villopoto's had 4, Dungey's had 4. Track position for these 2 riders is going to be what determines the overall.
Here we go. Moto number 2 up now on Speed from Washougal. One rider down in the back.
Trey Canard with the hole shot. And look at the lead as he drag races up the hill. All the rest of the field is taking all the roost from the Geico Power Sports Honda.
Well, we talked about the hole shot, but not from this guy.
Dungey's setting it 4th. Izzi's 3rd. Where is the champ?
He's way back. Buried in there. He's about 15.
Gerke, a great start, running 2nd.
On the 41, and there you see Izzi behind him. And Ryan Dungey. And it looks like Metcalfe is up there, the fastest of the Kawasaki's for now.
I tell you, Ralph, on a track like this, it's fairly hard to pass. I know Villopoto made it look easy the first moto, but second moto, the track's going to be a little more one line. It's going to be really choppy here. It's going to be a little bit dry slick on the inside. It's hard to make some of those passes that he made in the first moto.
Well, there's one as we see Dungey get around. Well, I didn't get him around, did he? I thought he was going to get around Nico Izzi right there. But you know what, Jeff? we can already see in the background that Villopoto's picked off a few people. And if somebody wants to steal the overall away from him today, they're going to have to make some ground in a hurry because he is going to come through the field. You know that.
Yeah, he's going to the front. He's going to go to as far to the front as he can. There he is. Number 1, Ryan Villopoto, setting an 8th at the first lap. But a rider like Ryan is so confident in his speed, in his fitness, in his ability. He's not going to get anxious here.
He doesn't need to.
Yeah, he's going to ride hard and aggressive like he always does. Whoa, that was really close. Villopoto up on the wall, tries to get around Weimer on the outside.
Weimer's on that 30. And Villopoto crosses in front of him, rides around the berm and takes the spot away.
The track is just awesome here today. There's some really technical off-camber turns. This section here, this jump, if you go to the right, not quite as much airtime. If you go to the left, it's got a little more peak to it. Always great photos from that section of the rider scrubbing it, just laying the bike over. This is a great feeling here, though. Trey Canard out front here in the second moto, totally ripping it. He also ripped off a hole shot here. See him coming across the line with the Progressive Hole Shot Award.
Canard struggled in moto number 1. He was 22nd, and look at this. Here's Villopoto working on Grant. And he's gonna, boy, not yet. Grant runs him wide.
Takes him wide.
Whoa.
That is the way these two riders race each other. I tell you, there's no love lost there. And back in the days, that outside had a real abrupt wall to it. So good thing that wasn't 10 years ago. Both those riders would have probably been down.
Doing that to Villopoto is something that Ryan can't afford to have happen too often because he lost time there.
He's lost time. A whole lap has gone by now and he has not picked up any position. Still running in 8th. Canard out front.
Well, but Canard's another guy he's got to worry about too because Canard had that 22nd place finish in Moto 1. It's Dungey who's up there running in 3rd right now he's got to worry about.
That is the man he is battling for the overall. Dungey stated after the first moto, he felt great. Fitness is there, very strong. Here he goes, making the move on Gerke.
This will put him up to 2nd. And that's bad news for Villopoto.
Well, as it sits right now, Dungey is in the position to win the overall.
Even if he doesn't pass Canard, who's got a pretty good lead right now.
Let's see just how difficult the track is, going through those S-turns, some pretty deep ruts. Really choppy here, and the soil is extremely hard underneath. I'm telling you, it's a real challenge for the tire manufacturers here at this track, just in certain spots.
But everybody's watching Trey Canard right now as he leads here in the early stages of Moto 2. Here in Moto number 2, Washougal, Washington. Ralph Shaheen, Jeff Emig, and Aaron Banks with you as we watch Ryan Villopoto on the Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki, number 1, trying to cut his way up to the field. And he's having a real hard time getting around Grant on the number 20.
Grant to the outside, he stands it up. Villopoto made it look easy. I think Grant made a slight mistake there, blew the berm out.
Or did he think that Villopoto was going to come to the outside and he was going to get block pass on him again?
Well, what's that saying about paybacks?
Yeah.
You know? Nonetheless, Villopoto on a mission, trying to win his first overall, believe it or not, at Washougal, his home race. Now he's all over Brett Metcalfe, teammate. Metcalfe has been on fire lately, riding through injury, just as determined as you've ever seen. Oh, Villopoto, really aggressive, makes it stick.
Takes that inside line, takes the move, and now he goes after Nico Izzi. Izzi, teammates on that Rockstar Makita Suzuki to Dungey. You saw Dungey on the 28 in front. Villopoto's to a spot now, Jeff, where he can just barely catch a visual of Dungey up in front.
Well, maybe is that the spot?
Yeah, he's going to get him right here.
Is he not giving an inch here? Can he get back to the inside? Oh, and Villopoto finally makes it stick. Really having to work hard.
Trey Canard, 17-year-old out of Oklahoma on that Geico Power Sports Honda, still leading. 22nd in Moto number 1 and leading here in Moto 2.
And just riding an absolutely perfect race. Form, technique, looks great today.
That's a big gap back to Villopoto, isn't it?
It certainly is, and we've seen some tremendous battles here in the second moto as you take a look at Gerke, the great start, Izzi, Metcalfe.
And it should be Grant in there as well.
Yeah, Weimer's back there. A couple of the Geico guys. I'm telling you, Ralph, I love this section here. You come down, you can see for miles all the way across the valley. You're trying to keep your focus down, but if you're leading on that final lap, you drop off there, the crowd's just going nuts. You can just see all the trees, the beautiful scenery.
Well, this has been a tough couple of corners here for Matt Gerke. He's lost 2 spots, one to Nico Izzi and one down to Metcalfe as well. And Grant's trying to get one away from him also.
See the riders fighting for the inside line here. Down into the tree section. Let's see if Metcalfe, yeah, he switches it up. That's the section where Villopoto passed him. He went to the right and missed that jump coming in. Now he has taken the line where he heads up over that jump to get a little better arc coming into those S-turns. Can you believe this battle? We've got 6 riders in the whoop section on that same straightaway.
Real good action here from about 4th place on back to just maybe about 10th. It's still Trey Canard out front on the Honda. Back here we got Suzuki, Kawasaki, and a whole host of Hondas having at it.
Let's see if Metcalfe can get a little run here. Get close. Up the uphill, that's one of the best passing points on the track. Gonna come through this section here into the first turn area, and then you make that right hand. And if you can get right on the rear tire, the rider in front of you here, get a drive. Stay low over this little jump and then drag race up the hill. You see Metcalfe really going to the right side. Not to be this lap.
Just floating over that jump. And Trey Canard still running strong out front here at Moto 2.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we got a battle for the lead here at Washougal. Trey Canard on the Honda number 48 has held it since the drop of the gate. Oh, and it's a big battle too, because not only is Ryan Dungey in here, but here comes Ryan Villopoto trying to win his home motocross race. And Villopoto, who Jeff, we thought maybe wasn't going to have a chance to catch these guys, has reeled them right in.
Yeah, the freshman here has got the sophomore and the veteran, the 2-time champ, breathing down his neck. It's Dungey to the inside. Whoa, he really had to get on the brakes.
Yes, he did.
Dungey was so aggressive.
Here he comes again, and Dungey made the point, Jeff, at the end of Moto number 1 that he waited too long to get around Grant. Maybe he's going to wait too long to try to get around Canard here, because if he doesn't get going, Villopoto's going to get them both.
Great point, Ralph. Dungey certainly wants to learn from that first moto. Could this be it? The drag race through the whoops. He's got the line.
Now, can he gap Villopoto? He's got the lead, but Villopoto is right there. And breaking away from Villopoto is really tough, because Villopoto trying to get inside of Canard. Ooh, couldn't get it done there.
Oh.
Tries a different line here. Still not good enough.
Villopoto is so fast right now. He is completely out of control. Probably in control for him. This is the way he likes to ride, but just really letting it all hang out, taking a lot of risk right now. You know, he wants to keep this overall win streak intact.
Well, if Dungey wins Moto 2 and Villopoto finishes second, the overall would go to Dungey, because it'd be a 2-1 to a 1-2, and winning the second Moto pays more than winning the first Moto when it comes to 1s and 2s.
There's no doubt about that. Time is running out for Ryan Villopoto. You can see Dungey made the pass. Now he's trying to gap Canard. He knows the urgency. He knows how fast Villopoto is here. Trying each and every week to knock him off the top spot on the podium. Could this be the weekend?
Well, Villopoto lost a lot of time there, Jeff.
Look at the lines that Villopoto is having to run. He is all over the place here. Had to make so many passes.
Wow, look at that.
I'm telling you, if he loses the rear tire, just whoa, to the inside.
Man. Boy,
Villopoto is letting it all hang out. Now he's watching the yellow bike start to fade away in the distance. That really instills a sense of urgency in the rider.
Well, and now it's the flip-flop where Dungey said he waited too long to get around Grant. Now Villopoto can't wait too long to get around Canard.
Well, the pressure is on for both, well, for all three of these riders, but I think for Villopoto, more than anyone, he really wants to win this race, and he knows that Dungey has really been on the gas today. Battled with him in the first moto. In between motos, they look at lap times, they have a feel from the race before. You see Villopoto is he's
trying everything.
Yeah, he is giving it everything he's got. Almost needs to settle down just a little bit, but that, I'm telling you, he knows that Dungey is dangerous and that he's really quick today.
Well, everything he's doing isn't enough to get around Canard. Still, look at that. Well, here he goes. Now he got him. All right, now, can Ryan Dungey
look at the riders
hold off Villopoto?
Look at them bobbing and weaving, Ralph. They're all over the place, inside, outside, each lap. The line's changing. And I tell you, this is not what Villopoto needs, is to have Trey Canard in there mixing it up, because then he has to worry about what's behind him and not just being able to race forward.
Canard is no slouch. The kid is really quick. And Dungey trying to bring Kawasaki's 18-round win streak to a screeching halt here today.
That would be an incredible feat. And Villopoto is trying so hard. The fans are cheering him on. Can he do it?
Well, this race doesn't pay any more points or money than any of the others, but for Villopoto, it means a lot, winning his home race in his last season with the Lites. We'll be back.
This week,
Suzuki is out front here at Washougal in Moto number 2, and the battle is on between the Ryans. Dungey leads Villopoto. Whoa, look at the back end of Villopoto's Kawasaki getting kicked up into the air. We weren't sure if Villopoto would be able to reel him in, but he did. Oh, and he comes to a halt. Jeff, I think he got hit with a rock.
Something's going on. You see Villopoto messing with his goggles here. What is that?
Come out of that roost.
Yeah, something happened. Dungey now gapping Villopoto. Villopoto taking his goggles off for all intents and purposes. You see Dungey taking a look back. The overall has just slipped away from Ryan Villopoto.
And Kawasaki, and it would go right to Dungey. This is the final lap, too. Dungey keeps looking back. He said, where'd he go?
Well, when you feel that much pressure as a rider, and you're saying, okay, a lap and a half left to go, you see him looking back. He can't believe it.
He still doesn't believe it,
Villopoto is off the pace. He's thinking, I've got the overall in hand. I don't believe this.
Well, this would be huge because, as we said, Kawasaki on an 18-round win streak. For Suzuki, it's been a 21-round losing streak. The last win for Suzuki came in round 11 of 2006, Brock Hepler. They've had success here at Washougal before.
Yeah, they have. Actually, the first race here, it was 125 back in the day, July 6, 1980, Mark Barnett would win on a Suzuki. So, somebody's down, Trey Canard.
Trey Canard, 22nd in Moto number 1. Wow, had most of Moto number 2. Oh, what a tough break for him. Things really coming off here at the end of Moto number 2 on the final lap. We see Villopoto get knocked out of the battle for the lead. And we see Canard go down, and now Ryan Dungey, who thought he was really going to have to fight for the win here in Moto number 2, has an easy cruise to the checkered flag and an overall win here in 2008.
I'm telling you, Ralph, here you are. Look at the contrast between the sponsor banners, the fans, the scenery here. Drop down off the peristyle. The fans just absolutely going crazy. What an incredible feeling for Ryan Dungey. Has to have just chills running through his body right now. He's gonna stop Villopoto's win streak, win the overall today. He still can't believe it, looking back, trying to see where Villopoto's at.
A huge day for the Rockstar Makita Suzuki team. Team manager Roger DeCoster has talking with him about his thoughts on Ryan Dungey, and he sees so many great things in this young man, and no reason to question that. Boy, you can see it. It is obvious this kid has a tremendous amount of talent. He has been right there on the heels of Villopoto all season, and now he has finally put it together. He said he thought he had the speed and what it was going to take to win, and he's put it all together. Ryan Dungey about to take his first overall win of the Motocross Lites season, and he's going to do it here at Washougal, the home track of his nemesis, Ryan Villopoto. There it is. Moto number 2, and the overall goes to Ryan Dungey. Here comes Villopoto. He's going to limp across the goggles off. What a heartbreaking loss for Ryan Villopoto. Thursday, catch back-to-back episodes of the all-new Wrecked, Life in the Crash Lane. Accidents never take a day off, and danger never sleeps. Cleaning up the mess isn't for the faint of heart. Wrecked, Thursday night at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, exclusively on Speed. Some of the beautiful scenery up here in the Washougal, Washington area, and no place prettier than Victory Lane for Ryan Dungey. That's where he's headed right now.
There he is. There's the man, Roger DeCoster, and everyone at Team Suzuki with Ryan Dungey on the top spot of the podium.
And there's the Toyota Trucks unofficial results. Shows are Ryan on top. That streak continues for 8 races in a row. This time it's Dungey. Here's Aaron.
Well, he went from first gate pick, the first moto, to very last gate pick, the second moto, and yet you still seem to conquer. Josh, take us through today and what it's like to be up here after not being able to ride during the week.
Well, with all the adversity that went on with today, it was kind of nuts. But you know, I'm glad to get the Geico Power Sports Honda on the box this weekend, and I think just, you know, with my ankle and all the stuff I've been through these last couple months, I'm just excited to be up here, and it's you know, it's no better feeling than that.
As you take a look at that Toyota Trucks overall results, who would have thought Grant with that ankle would have got a 3-4, Jeff?
Yeah, just a phenomenal effort for Josh Grant today.
Nico Izzi comes up with a bunch of 7s, and he'll finish 7th overall. Here's Ryan Villopoto with Aaron.
There's something about this track that just does not quite allow Ryan Villopoto to conquer that overall win. Ryan, so close, inching up further and further on Dungey this weekend. What exactly went on? Was there at a point that you went off the track?
Yeah, there's actually a couple of times. There was a couple of times I went off the track, and you know, a couple of times that I almost threw it away. But other than that, it was a pretty good race. And you know, just that last lap going up into the back there, I got caught with a big rock in the face. And you know, luckily for the Scots, it didn't pop the lens out. They stayed in, and everything was intact. But you know, it just smashed my face and put my face all the way into the lens, and you know, just put some sweat on the lens so I couldn't see. But you know, luckily for the goggles, it saved my face.
I'm telling you, Scott Goggles did their job that time.
Yeah, I'm sure Bevo loved hearing that. Here's a look at the points. Round 9 completed. We go down to meet our winner today. Here's Ryan Dungey.
It took 9 rounds for him to conquer what he set out to do, but Ryan, you made it finally happen. Here you are. What does this moment mean to you now?
Oh, dude, got to win, man. It feels awesome. I'm so pumped right now. I rode my butt off, and it was a great race. I'm just pumped. I came out with the win, and dude, it wasn't easy. Ryan don't make my job very easy at all. So, dude, my team, everybody, I can't thank everybody enough. And James taught me how to come from the heart, and that's where that ride came from.
Well, he said he doesn't make it easy, but that just makes it more gratifying, doesn't it?
Well, it definitely is. And the persistence has paid off. That time that he's spending with James Stewart down in Florida, getting some speed, some determination, it's all coming together for Ryan Dungey.
But Millville, Minnesota is the next stop on the tour. Speed will be there, of course. We hope you can join us for all the action from there. For Aaron Bates and Jeff Emming, I'm Ralph Shaheen. So long from Washougal, and congratulations to the first-time winner for 2008, Ryan Dungey.